Hey, this is Tyler with T-Jack Survival. I'm out with Matt, and we're just practicing some bushcraft techniques. Gonna go out and play in the mountains and bring you along, so stay tuned. Okay.
Say when.
Yep. Okay, so what did you find there?
Okay, so this nondescript little piece of wood is actually a really useful tool to us out here for many different purposes, particularly with fire. So this is what the people down south, my ancestors, used to call fatwood or fat lighter. Now you can tell by when you look at this, you're like, okay, how do you know it's fat lighter? All right, well, it's resin saturated wood, and you see how it almost kind of looks reminiscent of like a rhinoceros horn. When I see these, I always go and I take a couple swipes with my knife, and if you can see it on the camera, you see that beautiful amber color in there. And you can't smell over the camera, but if you could smell this, it smells like pine saw. Very strong pine scent. This stuff is highly flammable, and it's very moisture resistant. It doesn't rot. That's why this thing's just been laying here on this game trail, and all the tree that was here associated with it, this was a branch off of a ponderosa tree. The tree itself is gone, but this branch never rotted because all of the resin from the tree just kind of collected in there after it died. So this stuff is really great fire lighting material. You can use it itself as fuel, and it burns like a torch. Very resistant to moisture. If you have rain coming in, throw a couple of these on your fire and your fire will burn right through the rain.
So how well does that do with feather sticks? Like, how are you processing it in order to use it?
So what I would do with this is I would actually scrape this into a very fine, so almost if you have a knife with a good 90-degree spine, you can get these really fine little,
yeah, it's a little dust right
it's a little bit of dust coming off, and that the finer it is, you can see it actually adhered to the knife. So that stuff there, if you can get a quarter-size pile of that, you strike a ferro rod on it and it goes right up. It's like nature's version of the Vaseline cotton ball trick. The other way you can do it, and what I'll usually do in addition to that, is actually make some little shavings and just collect them and have those ready. Once I get that small pile of dust lit, I'll throw a few of these on, and then maybe even a few larger slivers, and you've got a great start to your fire. And just a small pile of it will burn for several minutes. It's very good. I often will carry small split pieces of this in my fire bag with me, and that way I can use it in addition to whatever method I'm using. Even if I'm making a primitive fire with a tinder bundle, if it's damp out and I get flame, I might use this just to bolster things and, you know, kind of drive some of that moisture out and get a hotter fire. So it's really good to know about.
All right, guys. Thanks to Matt for building stuff with me.
Right on, man. It was fun.
And if this has been valuable to you, hit the subscribe button. You got any questions, leave them down in the comments. And thank you for watching T-Jack Survival.